lifetime. You're on your end. Better make your peace.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2023 action thriller In the Land of Saints and Sinners. The film is directed by Robert Lorenz and it stars Liam Neeson, Kieran Hines, we have Jack Gleeson, Kerry Condon and Seamus O'Hara. Now the film is set in the 1970s in a remote Irish village. Now, for those of you who don't know, 1970s Ireland was a difficult place to be. Now, I don't pretend to know all the politics and everything surrounding Ireland. There are those that know it much better than me. But needless to say, the IRA was rife in Ireland in these days. And Liam Neeson plays a character called Finbar Murphy, who is a strong part of this remote Irish village. However, he also has a very, very dark past and present to a large degree. He is working as a hitman. I think that's the best way to describe him. He has been doing this for a long, long time, but he's had enough of it. He doesn't want any part of it, so he kind of basically hands his notice in. However, turning up in this remote village is a group of IRA terrorists who have just recently bombed somewhere, killing 6 people. Liam Neeson then is on a collision course with these IRA terrorists who are threatening his beloved remote village, and he doesn't intend to allow this to happen. Right, what are my thoughts on In the Land of Saints and Sinners? Well, I think it's easy these days to get fatigued with Liam Neeson's choice of films. He tends to do the very generic, tick box action thrillers, and he's been doing them ever since Taken. Some of them are above average, some of them are average, some of them are not very good at all. I've enjoyed the majority of them, I think, but I'm also getting to that stage where I'm getting a little bit fatigued with them. However, this is, in my opinion, the best Liam Neeson film stroke performance I've seen from him for a number of years. This isn't what you expect. I would imagine all the promotion materials with this were trying to sell it as like this big action film and stuff. Don't be fooled. It isn't that at all. This is not your usual Liam Neeson fare. This is, at times, a much gentler film with some very sinister things happening in it that will affect probably quite a few people that watch this of a certain age, in regards to the troubles in Ireland. And it's not subtle, really. Now, I don't think this film is trying to give any kind of political message at all. In fact, it isn't, really. What you've basically got is you've got this character, Finbar Murphy, played by Neeson, who has, done some pretty terrible things, and he wants to kind of make a change in his life. And these terrorists turning up threaten that quite drastically. And he's not going to stand for it. And it basically, they're heading into a collision course, basically. Kerry Condon, who plays one of these IRA terrorists, well, the leader, really, gives a fantastic performance as well, as this very focused and determined woman who believes she's doing the right thing, as most terrorists do, but she really is a nasty piece of work. And when her brother goes missing, and she believes it's to be connected to Finbar, she basically is relentless in her pursuit of Finbar. I think one of the real things that this film has going for it as well is the location. I mean, the cinematography here is very, very special. I mean, it's just a stunning film to look at. I mean, I'm from Yorkshire in the UK, and we've got some pretty beautiful places in Yorkshire. I think Scotland as well will be waving their hands in the air saying, it's pretty beautiful up here as well. And they're not wrong. But wow, I mean, this is something else. And you can understand why a lot of TV shows and movies choose to film in Ireland. It just looks staggeringly beautiful, and this film takes absolute advantage of that. And it's an absolute joy to watch in regards to the technical abilities behind the camera. And thankfully, the actors in front of the camera all complement that. I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was going to be, a bit of a drag, if I'm going to be honest. And while you need to go into this film understanding that this isn't your normal Liam Neeson action thriller, it kind of is a bit of a slow burn. At times, it's more of a character piece. It's more about his redemption to a large degree. The fact that, he has had enough of his dark past and wants to make a change for the better. And it just seems like he's just not allowed to do it. But he definitely won't allow any harm to come to those people that he cares about in this village. So, he's a bit like a hitman with a heart type thing, which we have seen done quite a lot in movies, but it feels different in this film. It's a very accomplished way of kind of telling the story, I think, here. And the film gets you absolutely its talons into you very, very quickly, because the film starts with, like I say, a bombing that is just pretty intense and fairly shocking to watch. And it's a pleasant film in a sense of you can sit back and enjoy the class performances by Neeson, Condon, Kieran Hines. And do you know what? There's another performance in this film that really surprised me, and I didn't recognise him initially, and then the penny dropped. And it is Jack Gleeson, who you may recognise from Game of Thrones, King Joffrey, one of the most sinister villains of all time, you could argue. And he plays a great role in this film. I was very impressed with that young man's performance. So I think if you're wanting to watch something of a redemption piece, really, if you like, for Liam Neeson, this is definitely the one to go into. I definitely think this is one of his stronger films for quite a while. It's a great film, great performances. It's filmed beautifully. It's got an interesting story, interesting characters, and the film finishes with an absolute bang, quite literally, really. So yeah, guys, definitely I would recommend checking out In the Land of Saints and Sinners. I waited probably a couple of months because I wasn't sure if I wanted to watch it, and I haven't seen much in the way of reviews for this film. This is obviously one of those films that's gone under a lot of people's radar, and it doesn't deserve to. It does deserve to be seen, in my opinion, so check it out. So thanks for watching, guys. I will, of course, be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.